Chelsea here, your TA lady. Want to go ahead and show you what the MACD is, how you can utilize it, and help you out with your trading strategies. So the MACD is an indicator that you can go ahead and add into your charts to see more data. It stands for the moving average, convergence, divergence. All right? So it is a lagging indicator. It gives you the last 9 candle averages comparison to the last 26 candles. All right, no matter what chart you're looking at. So to go ahead and utilize indicators, you'll click this FX and TradingView. You're going to go ahead and type in what indicator you would want to go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and select this indicator, and it'll automatically pull up this indicator on my charts. So just like the stochastic RSI, it has crossovers, okay? So when the blue is crossing over, there is a bullish sign. When the blue crosses below the red, it is a bearish sign, okay? So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see these candles better. The blue crossed under the red sign, which was downward momentum. So it's a bearish cross on the MACD. When the blue crosses above the red line, it is a bullish cross. As you see, the price action was bullish. So the red is your signal line. The blue is the MACD line. In between this, you also have what's called a histogram right here, which gives you more data. So the histogram shows you how this space is apart. So it's kind of like a mirror of the space apart of the two lines. So the more it falls away from each other, the histogram gets larger. The closer it comes together, it is showing momentum. So it's getting closer. So, for example, show you on a different time frame so we can go ahead and see more of this. So as it got further apart right here, your histogram was even bigger, right? So it's showing downward momentum. And then as you see, this little line right here matches up almost perfectly with the histogram. So the histogram helps mirror the levels of your MACD crosses. The further away this MACD line is from the signal line, the more space you have in between, that's going to be showing in your histogram data. So the MACD uses the 12 EMA, the 26, and the 9 to gather its data. So there's multiple different ways that you can go ahead and utilize the MACD, which I'll be getting into. So you have your bullish and bearish cross, which is similar to your moving averages. When the smaller moving averages move above the bigger moving averages, typically you see an increase, okay? When the smaller moving averages move below, you're seeing a decrease, okay? And as you see, when the blue line crosses over that red signal line, you have an increase in price, versus when the MACD crosses below the signal line, you have a decrease in price, okay? So that is how the MACD bullish and bearish crosses work. Let me show you this so you can click this line to go ahead and back test it. So here you had a cross, draw another one, here you had another cross. You have another MACD cross. So as you see right here when you had your cross, you had upward momentum. All right, the price action showed that. Now it doesn't nail it exactly because as you see, you had some more downside, but you can start to see the curve of these lines. So that'll help indicate what could be potentially coming. You have your cross to sell, you had downside, okay? And then you had a cross to buy. Now it goes back into upside. So these crosses can give you bullish and bearish signals. So the MACD is a lagging indicator. It's giving you data of the past. So as you see, it's lagging, so you kind of can miss some of like this move. So you would be able to miss some of these moves if you kind of watch what it's doing. So things I like to pay attention to is when it's starting to curve, okay? Then it's looking for potential change to go downwards. I also like to look at when it's starting to go ahead, either get bigger or closer together, okay? You can pay attention to the histogram to see as that becomes closer, to see when a change is potentially coming, okay? So that's something I like to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show kind of an example here. So here we're seeing that the sell pressure is getting less and less. It's still pretty further apart, so I would wait a little bit further till it kind of gets closer to connecting. And when I can start seeing this curve too. So if I start seeing this line curve up and it starts getting closer, then I know, okay, I could potentially buy in a little bit earlier because there's going to be a cross coming. So that's how you can go ahead and front run the MACD as well to help you out since it is a lagging indicator. But it's a really good starting point too. If you back test it, you add it in with a few other indicators, you can really see when it's going down, when to purchase on these ups, back down, as well by the bullish and bearish crosses. You can also use your indicators to find divergences. So divergences can be found using the RSI, the stochastic RSI, the MACD histogram, and what you're paying attention to is when the price action doesn't match up with the indicator. So I'm going to go ahead and show you an example here. So I'm going to get my trend line here. So here, this swing high is a higher high, so it's increasing, okay? So you either draw it on the tops of the patterns, but both of them have to be either top or bottom. So this is the top for an example. And my histogram from the same point is actually showing a lower low. So see how this doesn't match up? This is showing an uptrend. This histogram is showing a downtrend. So this is giving me a bearish divergence indicator. So if I can start seeing divergences even better than a lot of people are seeing on the charts, this is going to be a game changer to really help you set yourself apart from a lot of the market participants, which in my trainings and in my course, I teach you how to utilize divergences. I also go more in depth with indicators and all of this technical analysis. So if you want to learn more, definitely go ahead, check that out, reach out. I'm here to help you out. So what this means is there's a bearish indicator. So there's a bearish sign coming, and look at, you had bearish in the price action. So that became true. If you didn't utilize this or seeing the differences, you'll be able to go ahead and sell so you didn't have this bearish in the price action, okay? So it's when that doesn't match up and it is just the signal lines from where you draw. So the point swings of the higher lows and the lower lows, okay? So the divergence is something as well that you can utilize when you are using the MACD. You can be drawing the same thing on your MACD lines. But this one was just showing it on the histogram. But it can be shown on the histogram, the MACD lines, the RSI, the stochastic RSI. So it's key to go ahead check to see if something doesn't match up, then typically there's some type of divergence going on. The MACD can also tell you oversold and overbought levels, just like the RSI. So what you'll look at is when the MACD is above the histogram, you're looking at overbought levels. When it crosses below the histogram, you're looking at oversold levels. So it also tells you the overbought and oversold. So you can utilize that into your strategy. So typically when you have your oversold and overbought levels, you have a snap back in. So right here was oversold, okay? Had your cross here for your bullish cross, and it snapped back up. So that's perfectly showing you oversold, overbought, as well as you have a change in the histogram. You also have a change with the MACD cross. So it's multiple different signals that the MACD just gave you. But you want to pair the MACD with other different indicators. It's like you're building a puzzle, you're solving a puzzle. When you're building these charts out, you're looking at all of the data to build your case, whether that's bullish or bearish. The MACD also gives you your zero line, which shows you if it's in a downtrend or uptrend. So I'll go ahead and draw a line here on the zero so you can hopefully see it a little bit better. But typically, when it's below the zero line, you're looking at a downtrend. So right here, crossed below the 0 line. And overall, since it stayed below that 0 line, you did have a downside, but that's why you want to go ahead and add in multiple things to it. And then right here, you crossed above the 0 line. So when it crosses above the 0 line, you're looking at an uptrend, which it continued up. So this is a way you can go ahead and determine your trends as well using this. So this is a daily chart. So this will give you less signals when you go out on the time frame. So here you crossed below the 0 line. So I'll just go ahead and mark this so we can kind of see the data. So typically you're in a downtrend then, until it crosses above, then that trend can change. So look at, you missed all of that downward trend because you can tell that the MACD is below this 0 line. Remove this, you see this 0 line right here. Typically when it's below it, you're in a downtrend. Continue to stay below it. It actually didn't cross there, it almost did. So let's see, it crossed right here, and then you were in an uptrend. So that is another thing you can add into the MACD to utilize it. So you have what's called the 0 line to tell you the determination of the trend. You also have your bullish and bearish signs, okay, by your crosses. You also have the histogram, how it's playing out, the momentum. You can also front run it by seeing when it starts to curve, as well as when it starts to get closer, possibly a cross is coming. So that's a way you can go ahead, front run it as well, so you don't miss all of the moves or to help save you on buying or selling. All right, so the MACD is a great indicator to use. I really like it. You can pair it with the RSI, the stochastic RSI, drawing support trend lines, and develop a strategy for you.